Hello, my friend, and welcome to this lesson. This story is not only about kindness, it's also a beautiful way to practice your English. Today, we will learn English through meaning, emotion, and real life. The topic is why we should help the poor. In this lesson, you will listen to slow and simple English words. You will learn how to express care, empathy, and compassion, and also how to speak about human values in English. So, as you listen, don't just study the words, feel the message. Because this story is more than a lesson. It's a reminder that the best English you can speak is the language of kindness. Why we should help the poor. Part 1. Understanding the meaning of helping the poor. Helping the poor is one of the greatest acts of humanity. It is a sign that our hearts are still alive and full of compassion. The poor are not only those without money, sometimes they are people without love, without opportunity, without a hand to hold. When we help the poor, we are not just giving things. We are giving hope, dignity, and a reason to smile again. We live in a world where many people suffer silently. Some go to bed hungry, some walk barefoot, some dream of education but never see a classroom. Others live with sadness and loneliness because they think nobody cares. But when someone reaches out to them, even with a little kindness, the world changes for them, even if only for a moment. Helping the poor does not always mean giving money. Sometimes a kind word, a warm meal, or simply listening with an open heart is enough. There are countless ways to help. We can donate clothes, share food, support education, or volunteer our time. The size of help doesn't matter. The heart behind it does. There is a deep beauty in helping others. When we help, we realize how connected we all are. We may have different lives, languages, and experiences, but inside, we all share the same feelings: hunger, fear, hope, and the desire to live with dignity. Helping the poor reminds us that life is not about what we collect. It's about what we give. In truth, when we lift someone else, we also lift ourselves. Their smile becomes our peace. Their comfort becomes our happiness. It's a silent miracle that helping others not only changes their life, but changes ours too. So the real question is not, should we help the poor? The real question is, how can we live a meaningful life if we don't? Part 2. What happens when we ignore the poor? Imagine walking through a busy street. Bright lights, shops full of goods, people eating and laughing. And then in one corner, you see someone sitting on the ground with tired eyes, holding an empty cup. You feel a small pull inside your heart. Maybe you look for a moment, then walk away. Someone else will help, you think. But what if no one helps? What if everyone thinks the same way? When we ignore the poor, we don't just ignore people. We ignore the voice of our humanity. Poverty doesn't disappear when we look away. It grows quietly, and its pain spreads like a shadow over society. A hungry child today becomes a lost future tomorrow. A poor mother unable to send her children to school becomes another generation trapped in suffering. Ignoring the poor also changes us. Every time we turn our face away from someone's pain, we build a wall around our heart. Over time, that wall makes us less kind, less gentle, and less human. History shows that societies that forget their poor lose their peace. Crime rises, inequality grows, and happiness disappears. Because when some live with too much while others live with nothing, injustice fills the space between. True peace comes only when all people have enough to live with dignity. Helping the poor is not charity, it is justice. It is not about feeling superior, it is about restoring balance. The poor do not need pity. They need opportunity, respect, and a helping hand to stand on their feet. When we ignore their suffering, we also lose our chance to be noble. But when we open our heart even a little, the world around us becomes brighter. We feel a quiet happiness that no money can buy, the happiness of knowing that we are doing something right. Part 3. The real rewards of helping the poor. Many people think that when they give, they lose something. But the truth is, the more we give, the richer we become. Not in money, but in spirit. There is a kind of joy that only giving can create. When you help someone who cannot repay you, your heart fills with peace. You start to feel gratitude for everything you have: your home, your health, your food, your family. Helping the poor teaches us to appreciate the blessings we often forget. In every act of kindness, there are two gifts. One goes to the receiver, and one stays in the giver's heart. You may forget how much you gave, but you will never forget how it made you feel. The reward of helping the poor is not only emotional, it's spiritual. When we give with a pure heart, we come closer to goodness itself. It reminds us that true success is not how high we climb, but how many people we lift along the way. Helping others also teaches humility. We realize that everything we have, our health, our strength, our comfort, can change in a single moment. Life is uncertain. The poor today may be us tomorrow. There's an old saying: when you light a lamp for someone else, it also brightens your path. When you feed the hungry, your soul is fed too. When you comfort the sad, your heart becomes lighter. When you give hope to others, you find your own. So never think that helping the poor is just a duty. It's a privilege, a chance to do something that truly matters, something that gives your life meaning beyond yourself. Money comes and goes, but kindness, that stays forever. Part 4. Stories that show the power of compassion. Story 1. The Sandwich and the Smile. A young man named Amir worked at a cafe. Every night he saw an old man waiting outside for leftovers. One evening, Amir decided to give the man a fresh sandwich instead. The old man smiled and said, "You're the first person who made me feel seen." That night, Amir felt something he never felt before: deep peace. He realized that small kindnesses could touch the heart more deeply than big achievements ever could. Story 2. The Little Girl and the School Bag. In a poor village, a little girl named Layla dreamed of going to school but had no bag, no books. A volunteer came and gave her a small backpack and pencils. Layla hugged them like treasures. She studied hard and grew up to become a teacher who opened a free school for other poor children. One small act of kindness created a wave that changed many lives. Story 3. The Kind Stranger. One rainy night, a man's car broke down. As he stood helpless, a stranger stopped to help him fix it. When the man tried to pay, the stranger smiled and said, "Just help someone else someday." Years later, that same man helped a hungry family on the street, remembering those words. And that kindness kept spreading person to person, like light moving from one candle to another. Each of these stories shows that helping the poor is not just about giving things. It's about touching hearts, restoring hope, and reminding people that goodness still exists. Even the smallest help, a warm word, a shared meal, a listening ear, can start a chain of kindness that travels farther than we imagine. You never know how far your light will shine. Part 5. How helping the poor makes the world better. And us too. The world we live in is full of differences, rich and poor, strong and weak, healthy and sick. But we all share the same earth, breathe the same air, and feel the same emotions. Helping the poor brings balance to this world. When we help, we reduce suffering. A hungry person becomes full. A child without shoes walks with pride. A mother without medicine saves her child. Each small act adds to a bigger change, a world where fewer people cry and more people smile. Helping the poor also builds community. It brings people together. When we share food, time, or love, we break down walls between me and you. It becomes us. Humanity grows stronger when we care for each other. In the modern world, people often chase success, fame, and luxury. But these things don't fill the heart. What truly fills the heart is purpose. And there is no greater purpose than easing someone's pain. Helping the poor is also a lesson in equality. It reminds us that every person deserves respect, no matter their clothes, house, or bank account. Poverty does not make a person less human. Sometimes the poor have more courage, patience, and faith than the rich. If every person gave just a little, one meal, one smile, one kind act, no one in this world would be left in darkness. Imagine a planet where everyone cared, where no one slept hungry, where every child could learn. That dream is possible. And it begins with one person deciding to help. That person could be you. Remember this. When we help the poor, we are not doing them a favor. We are doing ourselves a favor by keeping our humanity alive. We may not change the whole world, but we can change someone's world. So whenever you see someone in need, don't turn away. Don't think someone else will help. Be that someone. Because real happiness is not found in what we take. It's found in what we give. Thank you, my friend, for learning with me today. I hope this story helped you improve your English and also touched your heart. Remember, learning English is not only about grammar or vocabulary, it's about understanding people, feelings, and life. When you learn words of kindness, you are also learning how to make the world better. So keep listening, keep practicing, and keep being kind. If this story helped you, please like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more simple English lessons full of inspiration and real meaning. Because when we help others, with words or with actions, we help ourselves grow too.